I'm just having coffee this morning in my Lucky Justin cup. Thank you, Justin. I'm only going to spend like 15 minutes because the wheelchair hurts. So I need another wheelchair pad, and I need a bag of piddle pads if anybody wants to go to my Amazon link and be a blessing, get a blessing, that kind of thing. So I'll go to my PayPal link. I was watching Canadian Prepper last night, and man, Nate was going off for like 4 or 5 minutes with this sky is falling rant, and it really made me worry about him for a few minutes. And then he collected himself. He pulled himself together and started to do his video. And it was a really good, informative video about Ukraine and the mother bear country and all of this other stuff. So he's got a map now that he uses in the background, really good production quality. You know, his comments about himself are kind of self-deprecating. He calls himself stupid and ugly and all that, but he's anything but. So I got up this morning with literally a massive case of IBSD. So I've been up since like 1 o'clock. I had to use my biofeedback to get my heart. My heart was like, and fam, your brain is very powerful. When I look at the EKG readout, I can look at it, and when it goes beep, 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 I can think in my mind the word beep, but slower. And I can slow it down. I can slow my heartbeat down and smooth it out. And it takes practice, and it's verifiable because I talked to my doctor about it. She said, that's not your imagination. She said, that's absolutely correct. So I showed her the EKG monitor, and she thought that was cool. Doctors always a double-edged sword. When you tell them you're okay, they're unhappy. And if you tell them too many ailments, they're unhappy because they say you're a hypochondriac and a frequent flyer, you know, that type of thing. So I went through a period of illness years ago. I lived with a lady who was a cat hoarder. All the cats got sick. The lady got sick. I got sick. Went to the hospital several times. And one lady at the hospital said, we got a frequent flyer. So I got it in my spirit to go buy a college microscope. I got a microscope, and I put everything on it: saliva, mucus, piddle-dee-dee, everything on it. And I looked at the slides under the microscope, and there were these little eggs that look furry eggs that looked like coconuts, and these parasites that looked like they had a belt. So the the belt with the two dots in the middle of a parasite is the way it reproduces, and it doesn't need a male and a female. It can reproduce in and of itself. And it said if you got 10 of these in a certain amount of slide, you're really sick. I had like 100. So I went to the doctor, a different doctor, very excellent lady in Bethesda. And she's German. I took the microscope with me and I showed her the slides. And she gave me a Paragon, a parasite cleanse. And it makes you really sick for like 3 days. Because while the parasites are dying off, they poison your system. That's like their line of defense. They're like, if we're going, you're going too. And then on the 4th day, you feel beautifully clean and refreshed and energetic. And I'm telling you, for those of you that let your dogs and cats lick your mouth and give you kisses, you should do a parasite cleanse every so often. And you all say, oh, Pop, but dogs are clean. A dog eats throw up, a dog licks its butt and its private parts. And if you take a dog and let it lick a slide and you put it under the microscope, you're going to see all kinds of wiggly jiggly things. And when you let that animal lie on top of you on the sofa and lick you in the face, you're getting all that in your system, and you're opening yourself up to brain parasites and all sorts of nasty stuff, especially those of you that put a dog with your baby and say, here's your brother or sister. No, a dog is not a brother or a sister to that child. A dog is an animal. In my day, we had a dog house and the dog stayed outside. And if the weather was really bad, you let it into the porch area to warm up, and, you fed it and took care of it, loved on it. But a dog was for protection. People in my day and age never laid up with the dog in bed or had a dog on your sofa with its anal sac rubbing on your sofa and its genitalia rubbing all over your sofa where you're going to be putting your face. And if you got a dog that scratches its butt by scooting on the carpet, that dog has got hookworms. And the way the hookworm gets into the human is when you walk on that carpet barefoot, those worms get into the soft spot of your toes and into your circulatory system. And then they go every place from there on. They can go to your heart, your brain, your intestines, give you all kinds of problems. Pruritus, which is an itchy belly button or itchy behind or itchy, every orifice is going to itch. Or grinding, you'll grind your teeth at night. You'll have hot and cold spells. You'll have restlessness at night when you're trying to sleep. All kind of stuff from a parasite infection. More people are infected in the United States than know it. And when I lived with the cat lady, she was always taking painkillers and antibiotics. I told her, I said, why don't you tell the doctor about the cats? She said, don't you dare. Those cats are my family, But in any case, it's a strange world. We do a lot of stuff that the good Lord tells us not to do for our own protection. And then we turn around and hate on him, because it's mean. It's just mean if you say anything to anybody that's not puppies and clowns and kittens and balloons. But fam, I got to get back into bed. The wheelchair is starting to hurt my legs. So I hope you all have a good morning. I love you. The good Lord loves you more. Poppity pops out.